98.3. We've been listening to Josh Gooch playing live right here in the studios of Every Shade of Blue, just tearing it up on a Saturday night. Some wild stuff, Josh. Gotta love that.
Thank you, man.
I think I failed to mention that Josh is just 18 years old. Hasn't been doing this all his life, just the last 10 years or so. And you're on your way. A couple of things I'd like to ask about. What was that competition like when you finally got to, was it the House of the Blues up in Los Angeles? How many guitarists did they have on the stage that evening?
There was 5 guitar players there. It was a nationwide contest, and it kind of worked. You know, it started out just locally. You know, each guitar center had a local contest, and my parents asked me to do the contest. They said, it'd be a fun thing to do. I actually entered a couple years ago after I'd been playing about 2 years, and I lost in the second round. You know, I was kind of frustrated at the time. The judges told me they thought I could come back in a couple years and get much farther. So I was frustrated at the time, but I'm much happier now. And this year, my parents convinced me to do the contest, and just slowly made my way through. Started out the local guitar center. Then made it up to the bottom half of Southern California, and then the West Coast, and I won the West Coast up in Hollywood at the Guitar Center, and then they had the national final at the House of Blues in Hollywood, and there was people, there was somebody from Nashville, New York, Texas, Chicago, and then I was the West Coast contender up there.
Oh, that's great! What an honor. Well, thanks for coming down tonight and sharing that story with us. So you were mentioning earlier, by the way, that you went to Alabama and were playing with Derek Trucks.
His brother, his younger brother, who's a drummer.
Now, how did that come to be?
It's a really odd story. My dad had mentioned to a lady at his work that I played guitar, and she told him that she used to hang around Greg Allman quite a bit in the mid-'60s. And she said, I don't have his number anymore, but there's this guy, Johnny Sandlin, who eventually produced a lot of the Allman Brothers material. So we somehow got his email and sent him over, a little demo I recorded at a local Boys and Girls Club down in Oceanside. And got a call about a week later from Johnny Sandlin. And he asked me to come out and fly out that summer and record with this band, Highly Kind, that he had out there. And the drummer in the band is Dwayne Trucks, who's Derek Trucks' brother. And he sent me out some tracks of their stuff that would eventually make it on the album. And I practiced to it a little bit and went out to Alabama that summer and actually recorded a lot of the guitar on the album.
Oh, that's great. Well, good for you. And now if somebody wanted to see you playing here in San Diego, you're playing with the Road Dogs when you get a chance. Dave Kay's band plays around town. And don't you have a few gigs coming up here in the near future?
Yes, we do. We're playing at Humphreys. We're opening for Rod Piazza and the Mighty Flyers this coming Friday, and the gig starts at 6 p.m. And we're going to play, myself and the Road Dogs are going to play for a couple of hours, and then Rod's going to come out and play with his band. And then we also have another gig on December 19th. We're playing at the Skybox.
And you got a web address for your group?
Yes, well, my web address is joshgooch.com, and then the Road Dogs is roaddogs.us.
Okay, now Gooch is Josh Gooch, Gooch.
OOCH, you got it.
JoshGooch.com. Yeah. And then the Road Dogs.
.us.
.us.
And that has all the upcoming events, audio, video of the band, bios of all the members, pictures from all the shows, and it's a cool place. It's got a lot of good stuff on there.
Well, that's great. I wonder if you might. We talked a little bit about this earlier. Actually, it was Dave's idea, and I really liked it. Your dad turning you on to all of these his favorite blues guitarists through the years, and then you listening to them and taking licks from different guitar players and different styles that have helped you put together your own style. Do you want to maybe talk about a couple of your favorites that you've had over that you've learned and have decided that wouldn't mind having a little bit of him in my playing?
Absolutely. I'm gonna get this tuned up real quick here.
And And once again, this is Blues Radio, every shade of blue. I'm T. We'll have blues until midnight. But this first half hour, we're going to spend some time with San Diego's own Josh Gooch. And we're going to hear from Dave Kay here in just a few minutes. So this is, I hate to put you on the spot with this, but...
no worries. Well, some of the influences for me, Albert King was a big one. And with all these influences, I really made sure not to learn any licks verbatim. I'd always try to take, an Albert King lick, for instance. He would do a lot of these big bends because he was playing, a guitar upside down and didn't change the strings. So he would do a lot of,